Hey guys, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel, Hopeful Happenings. Happy New Year! 'Tis the season to set new goals for your life. I'm making the ambitious goal to write 13 books in 1 year. And before you write me off as some crazy lady, let me tell you how I'm going to do it and how you can be a part of the experience. Okay, so let me clarify. This year in 2019, I want to write 13 books. One is going to be a young adult dystopian novel, and the other 12 are going to be children's picture books. For my novel, I've actually been testing out a schedule where I can write the first draft of a novel in 2 months. And I started this in the fall. I was able to go through the calendar right on time with everything for the first month. So I did accomplish everything up to the midpoint of my story. Then for the second month, I actually was caught up with an assignment from my agent, plus I had a baby, so I decided to just stop at the midpoint and I'll be continuing that come January. So that is my first draft of my young adult dystopian that I should have done by the beginning of February. For me, the key to writing a book fast in 2 months was that I actually cannot pay attention to word count. I know normally, if you've experienced NaNoWriMo, for example, word count is how you know where you are and how well you're doing. But for me, word count throws me off, and it also makes me write less well because I'm just thinking about the words count and trying to get that down instead of the story. I wanted to make sure that I completed writing a book in 2 months using my calendar before I shared it with anyone. But I am considering, if I do it successfully, which I'm on the right track to doing that, I'm considering giving you guys a copy of how I did it, and I'll be putting that on my website. So if that is something that you would like to see, then let me know and I'll have that on my website after I've completed my goal. Now, because it's a 2-month calendar, I would use the same calendar for the next 2 months and so forth for the edits. That way, by the time I've reached January of next year, then I would have about 5 to 6 drafts of my young adult dystopian finished, depending on how long it takes for my beta readers to get back to me. I feel like that's pretty good, so I'm excited for that. My main goal obviously is just the first draft. That's my actual New Year's resolution, is to complete the first draft. But I do hope to have several drafts in the works by the end of next year. Now, the 12 other books that I hope to write, I will be doing once a month. So once a month, for every month of the year, I am going to give myself 2 Saturdays to write a picture book. And I thought maybe I should have some wiggle room about what kind of picture book. So if I feel like I have an idea for a novel instead of a picture book, then I can do a full novel outline instead of a picture book. Or I can do a short story instead of a picture book. So one of those 3 things I will be doing once a month. I'm making the goal to do them in the first 2 weeks of every month, the first week being my planning stage and my second week being my actual writing stage. These also are going to be rough drafts, very rough drafts probably, and it may be that they're not good at all, who knows. I just want to experiment with a different form of writing and different ideas to get myself away from my young adult dystopian and be creative somewhere else just a couple times a month. I know that it's very common for New Year's resolutions to not get accomplished, so I have some plans to keep me accountable. For my novel, I'm actually writing a first draft along with a friend who's also doing her first draft. We plan to finish at about the same time, and then we plan to switch manuscripts and beta read each other. So she will be keeping me accountable for finishing, because I definitely don't want to be not finished when she has hers ready and set for me to read. So we'll be keeping each other accountable for my full-length novel. For my picture books, I do plan on keeping myself accountable by a reward system. I don't know if this is going to work because I've never really done a reward system like this before, but I need a new wardrobe. I kind of got rid of a lot of clothes when I had a baby. When I got pregnant, I just threw out a bunch of stuff. So I actually have my little girl with me right now. But I do want to get some new stuff for my closet, so I've decided that if I complete a picture book or the equivalent, the other two things I have, if I complete that by the end of the month, then I am allowed to buy myself one item of clothing. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm really excited for it because I really do want some nice new shirts or maybe some pants, since I kind of need new pants. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to write these books, and I'm excited to make some progress in a different area of writing that I haven't explored as well before. The other way that I'll be accountable for writing these books is I do plan on sharing a lot of this journey on social media. I am mostly probably going to share it on Instagram, where I really want your involvement in this. I do want to see you guys sharing your advice if you'd like to. Also, I do hope to do some writing sprints on Instagram live, so if you want to participate in that, I'd really appreciate it. Or if you'd like to do a writing sprint with me, then message me. I'd love to do that. I may also be asking for writing prompts for my children's stories, so look out for that. I'll probably post that on an Insta story around the time that I'll be writing. So first week of every month, I do appreciate your feedback, your suggestions, and I would love to share my journey too with you. So keep an eye out for all of that on my Instagram, my Twitter, and I probably will also share some updates on my YouTube as well. And there's one last goal that I have for this year, which is going to be very vague because I really don't know how it will turn out, but I would love to learn how to animate some cartoon looking characters of the characters in my books. I think it would be really cool to have some sort of visual for them that I've drawn myself. So I've ordered a cartoon drawing book from Amazon that will just teach me how to do that. And if I'm good at it, I'll be doing it often. And if I'm not so good at it, then, well, at least I tried. So that's one other goal that I have for my writing. There you have it, guys. Those are my New Year's resolutions for 2019. I would love to hear about your goals, whether they're actual New Year's resolutions or not. Please tell me what you have planned for this next year. I'm really interested and I'd love to support you. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, and you can check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.